basically gather from the chart. Obviously, volume and order flow are different. That's why I don't really use stuff like that, because to me, I can still see that in the candlesticks if it's overextended or not, and that's all those really tell you. It's a nice way to maybe when you're first starting out, have easy confirmation of, hey, oh, this is overextended. But to me, it just adds clutter on the chart that I don't need. If you're on a simulated trading chart with delayed data, you will be behind. You do have to pay for data on pretty much every chart. Every platform, sorry. Otherwise, they'll give you 10 or 15 minutes delay.
Alright, so what I'm expecting is
I'll look at a couple questions and then kind of go through things before the
market
market opens.
Close. Enter.
Feel free to hit that like button on the stream to kind of push it to more people this morning. As soon as it's Monday morning, we can kind of get the week off on a good start here.
Think it does say finally TP.
At the moment, it looks looking like we're gonna be choppy today, but I could totally see us opening with some volatility as well. But it's definitely been choppy since.
I might just go full margin. Might just go full margin Panda and Azir because TD send me forward love fix back your code, so I just risk it for the biscuit and then.
On Friday, just seeing the fact that it dropped, I think it was 3% in like.
That's $80 left anyways, so just full margin 80.
The bottom literally.
Army can go up. No, but once it dip below the 1,000, I can't lock it through.
And so I think, you know, it had, you know,
just,
a healthy rebound. I mean, this is over a 50% pullback. Had a healthy pullback.
As in, we risk at 80 rather than risking more than 80 because either way, if it go up into 80 dollars, they're done anyways, which should be a waste.
And that's why I was careful about looking for
a pullback.
on this.
If the pullback goes into left,
it's so unlikely that it just does this. Most of the time, it'll do a bounce and then retest, or bounce and chop. Because this is such a crazy move. Everyone's like, what do we do now? Can you borrow my crystal ball? I wish I had one. A lot of traders are using Bookmap. Why don't I use it? Just because I don't. I mean, frankly, I haven't even tried.
I need a good software.
But
I think we give him that one, you know.
And you don't have to do it.
I mean, we're recording something again here.
I feel like it goes through waves of popularity of certain things, like ITC. I think I'm saying that right, or ICT. See, I don't even know all of them very well. That was super popular for a while. I think it's still is.
Premium screen before that start. Premium screen before that start.
It goes through all these buzzwords.
I made a man straight so.
And these trends that people get in on. And really, it's not about jumping in on a new strategy or new trend. It's about finding what works for you. And this is what works for me. And
no, reason being is because for the past, few days of my review, when I have my setup of break and retests, right here would have been one of the breaks. See, it break it already, and it retested this area. You see me? Some wouldn't expect a retest up here, so God, it's done respected. If anything, I either this area would I get a retest, this shoulder right here, so because it's in line with these. Only these shoulders would I get one, but otherwise, earlier than that would be this shoulder, and this shoulder. So what I expect is once it break this, and if it break this, because market I want something, definitely gonna break this shoulder. Once it break this, what I'm expecting is a retest of this area between all these shoulders. Once we get that retest, I could just enter right here, like as a retest, enter SL above this, and wait for the break of this for sure. Say yeah, confirm, or oops, yeah, and then once it retest here, so once it break below this line again, then we know say confirm. But what I'm gonna wait for is wait till they retest it, break the line again, then we know say confirm SL above the zone. To down to there, so to this gap. Take it the gap coming on 2 chances.
Oh yes. There's a gap there for sure. But I like the volume that's just pushing down with right now, so I might just take it on a volume.
I know you are a volume man.
Yeah, I might just take it on a volume to be honest. And may I go all the way down here, so. And then gold I drop too, so. Let's see if we can get a spike up. And then they go back down. But this already look nice. Already. So. But we're not a chance it. Let's mark it open.
So I think I'll want to lock in here in a second. As always, appreciate everyone being here. And again, if I missed your questions, I apologize. But basically this morning on the NASDAQ futures chart, I'm looking to, you know, these are the main levels. I mean, the main one is like, this is the high. This is
Probably
what I'm
do
looking
gold.
at. I think there's kind of a level here.
That's
That's more of a mid-range level that I don't think is as important. And you know, we're kind of being, we're pretty choppy right now in this range here. Mainly because I think this is just throwing a lot of what the fuck into the market right now, and people aren't really sure which direction we're going to go. I think if you look at a daily chart, there's just multiple ways to see what this looks like. There could be a double top here and we could be selling off. We could be kind of doing a little bottoming pattern right here and test the highs.
Yo, screen record a pro dog. Try
I
that
think
out.
there's signals that point both directions. And so for me, I'm going to try and be unbiased today and say, okay, I'm just going to see if we pop up to this level, I'll look for a short. If we sell off all the way down here, I'll look for a long. Maybe if we test this, I'll look for a long off of that, but somewhere down there. And then if we pop all the way up to here, I'll look for a short. And so those are kind of the main three levels I'm looking at for trades this morning. And then when it comes to news, we have no news today. We definitely do have a decent amount of news this week, but there's actually none today. So that's kind of nice. And we're pretty much opening here at kind of a overnight low here. But again, like I think the overnight action, there's not really a crazy level to think about. I might actually just mark the overnight high here as a little level to see if we pop up, test that, and sell off. That's possible, but I don't really see a great level down here. I want to wait and see how this opens. Give it a couple minutes. I don't really think there's going to be an entry in the first couple minutes, just based on where we are at with levels.
Shit.
I want to kind of see, seeing as it's Monday morning, I want to kind of see what the market's doing, see how it's setting up.
So I'm going.
Daily profit goal. I don't have a daily profit goal. I think that's a really
entirety?
not a good thing to do because it puts pressure on you to force a trade in a bad market. Instead, you want your mindset to be, I am looking for a certain strategy or a certain setup. Because
So I'm going.
If it shows up, I'll take it.
I get the break on 1 minute retest, yes, but it happened exactly as market open, dog. So I wait for a second retest.
Catching every move in the market, it's about catching the ones that make you money.
I might set up a limit.
It's definitely gonna go down, but when I get a proper entry, so I will just go with small lots and watch it run. Whatever my game be in for it. If not, I don't know. Just watch it. I keep my eye on gold though.
I'd set up a limit.
Could I get my retest on gold? Gold look nice, but I can't focus on
I set my limit. I'm gonna get tapped in.
100 points. That's pretty standard for our opening candle. 100 point candle on the NASDAQ.
My limit was right above the box. I'm gonna want to retest. So, I get my retest at the box inside.
Kind of whip happens.
Wick me right in. No my weapon if you just close below. To know some confirmed.
Signaled a good bottom. I don't know if that's the case. That had a good support zone and a reason to go long. off of that. I don't think I don't think I want to necessarily go long on a pullback right here. I think to me it's just a little choppier this morning.
Range
I want
high.
to give it a little more time to see what's going on.
Range high.
How long do I plan on streaming?
Looking like it might turn into a buy if it range above that.
No plan to end at the moment. I am planning to just continue to do it. 4 days a week. You know, generally Monday to Thursday.
Don't do me that. 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 Come, don't do me that. Don't do me that. Need that trader. Come. Nobody with that. Nobody with that. Come, just do your bro a favor and just don't do that, please.
I need some soft coffee.
But with that.
That's up to you. I have no music on the stream, so you can play whatever you want. I don't want to force my music voice on thousands of people. If you want silence, you can have silence, and if you want music, you can have music.
I have $27 left, so I forgot. Try to work with that 27 for Phoenix trade.
To me, that seemed more of a logical choice. Nice little spike here. Probably gonna wait the first 10 minutes this morning.
Wait, I still 5:30? Go ahead, sir.
Video that shows.
Oh, first 5 minutes, I close it. Setting
it up. If you haven't, well, if you purchase the risk reward indicator, there is this tutorial video there. And if you just want a tutorial on it, there is one on my website that will
never get the break below, still no shot it's that. Just get a week below.
Get my Ninja Trader indicators link. We'll do that.
Waiting for that close above.
So if you get close above, what would you take? Your buys exactly as it close, or you'd wait? Close above.
Hitting these highs. This is a potential spot, but I think it's a pretty minor level. I mean, we did already. Well, I guess technically the high was this little spike. I think it's very unlikely we sell off here.
Boy, that buy that looks sticky still because it's like right at a zone, here. Dog.
Precisely. So
question is, will we just come down and test this level and continue higher?
When they enter the slope from before, then when I get the sell and thing, but it's still between the 2 years, so either close above or below.
I would take a short here if it's set up really good, but I think it's going to be very hard to find a candlestick that shows a topping or a good stop because these candles are all very big. I think maybe if we set up a double top, just with the idea that if I get a good
entry, if it rip back from the zone, yeah, man. If it rip the zone, man, again, just it.
It doesn't need to be crazy. Just with that sense of we could just give the move back up quickly, and it looks like it already did that.
When if you start implementing some stuff for that guy, I said, whatever, it's like if it come up a zone like this, and like it's rejecting.
So just basically just retested the opening.
Do like a consolidation trade.
Handle there.
Like it continues, so you put the SL on a profit. And then wait until the bull pause consolidation and stuff. Instead of waiting.
The risk reward indicator is only on desktop, and only on Ninja Trader.
It is what it is.
Sadly, all other platforms don't allow
It's
a
back
custom
at my
zone.
nice entry zone. See what's happening still.
Still keeping my calm. See, all this is a blue check.
Yeah, it's moving shabby right now.
Let's hope it's not another chop day. Well,
See, I did not take that shit.
yeah, we'll see.
The cell,
We'll see
the
if
cell is still
this
active. You
turns
can see
into
the
an
cell
actual
on
sell-off,
the
or it's just a pullback.
50-minute.
And we continue going higher, or just this opening volatility turns into like a wedge. That is very
If it does come
possible
back into the resistance, I might try to short.
for it to do something like that.
Like at the peak. Once you say, look at it.
I didn't get in on a short there just because it happened way too fast. There wasn't enough confirmation to get in.
If it does come back.
Alright, so if I get my seller now. It's in my area of
In
sell.
terms of bottom, I mean this we could retest this low as a support. Just of thinking of what could a range develop like today, we could retest this and bounce. So I wouldn't be against looking for a long down here if we sold off and set up down there either.
Need if you break that zone
I
there.
think this
Close below it.
potentially looking more and more like it could just range. I think it just seems like, especially with the pre-market price action and Friday's price action, it's more likely we range.
Still not break it yet. Hey, wicked. Need if you break and close. I think close below it, enter. I'm in no man 7 make it out.
How does a wedge work? So in this case, pretty much it's like you have this opening move, and then it's just that's the big volatility spike in unhealthiness, and then you have it, you know, it just recovers some of that, and that's a volatile move, but it's smaller, and then it recovers some of that. It's essentially like it moves, does a 50% pullback, and then a 50% pullback, and then sometimes a 50% pullback, and then it starts just kind of chop before it either, you know, it starts to break out and volatility increases again. And I don't really trade on the, sometimes, you know, some people have a pattern of like, oh, they'll take a breakout of the wedge. I don't do that because a lot of the times when wedges break, they don't just all of a sudden just find volatility or momentum when they break a lot of the time. But this could also be, you know, pullback and a new high. The main thing is the healthy move. The unhealthy move that this was recovered, making it healthy, and now it's like, okay, are we gonna go up or are we just gonna retest this? Right now it's not really at a spot where I'd want to do anything. Because if I look for a short here, because we already bounced here, I think it almost puts a minor support here. And so the target of the trade would only really, the easy money is here. And if I'm jumping in a trade like up here, depending on where that happens, especially if it's like this, it's like I'm not getting good risk reward to get there. I'm getting decent if it goes all the way down, but it's not a clean, easy move that I'd be looking for from that unhealthy move. Because that unhealthy move is basically gone.
Alright, liking those wicks. Shall we?
No, we couldn't. Promo's going on mark off. See if talk close above it though.
Why not watch spot charts? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, at my sizing, like, I don't need to take... You know, the money from trading doesn't come from a lot of trades. It comes
into the buy.
From your size. And so if you can take one trade a day or, like, every other day and it's profitable, or more often than profitable, or, you know, or good risk reward to where on average you're profitable, that's all that matters. And for me, being more patient and taking less trades has made that easier. It's not as mentally draining.
50-minute looking back like a buy, you know.
There's a lot of things for trading that seem like they make sense in theory, but then when you try and execute it consistently day in and day out, it's very hard to actually do. Doing a little stretching while I wait for this.
1 minute left.
We could be double topping here, but again, like the unhealthy move potential just isn't there. We're not at a really big picture level. Like on a 5 minute, to me, this looks like a little fake lower, and it's gonna push us higher. I think that's what I see. A long down here would have been great, but obviously it happened in 2 seconds from the open, and so that's not something I'm going to take. And so I think as we punch up here, we'll see how we react to these levels. If we get an unhealthy move to the upside. We're at 9:45, which is kind of an initial reversal timing, but I'm not really seeing a reason to look for that at the moment.
Close up.
At the moment, it looks like we just had kind of a pullback.
Yeah, I don't know.
And a continuation.
Yeah, now watch it because nicer. Look at it, really nicer.
Would it though?
Like I'm going for like a big lot anyways, so I don't want to risk it off.
I do show my entries and walk through them and talk about them, and I show everything.
But just see buy from before. If my dad look on it,
you just got to be patient enough to stick around to see
could
it.
I catch this?
Because I'm not trading like 5 times a day. I'm just looking for that golden apple. Can I do a video on account margins? If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a video about futures, and that will walk you through everything. Having $50 in your account isn't enough. Even if you're trying to trade the MES, you need $50 to trade one contract, but you're going to need a little bit more wiggle room in your account. I'd say account-wise, at the minimum, $200 to $300 is probably where you need to start. And on the MES, you can probably risk about 20 to, generally when I look, you can risk between $20 to $40 per trade if you're, doing my style.
Don't trust it.
That's a pretty big
The buy, what more could I get from before?
To me,
Huh?
that would usually be a topping candle. In terms of big rejection, just the tricky part is it's
Yeah,
not in a spot
it's
that
not
I'm
a
looking
bad
to
buy, you
short
know.
yet. And so just because there's a big
So wait for
candle
one
there
better
doesn't mean it's necessarily a good.
retest.
Like, I don't want to just get sucked into the small micro pattern. You know, again, I want to see it move up a little bit more. And honestly, it recovering that right away is definitely a bullish signal too. Not really in a spot that I see a good potential yet. That's
Like
why
if we did
I'd
to,
like to lean more into the big picture than the small. The 1 minute chart's really just
yeah,
for
if we did take,
getting
well,
an
no sir,
accurate
there's a
entry
better retest I look for. Let
versus
me
the
get it.
big picture is really
But if we did
where
take the
I'm
buy,
finding where I want to
if we did made this properly, would I say that buy here? Because the Cinematic should have been cleaner. So the sale wasn't
Maybe we
clean.
get a
We should
little bit
just
of a
look for the buy.
pullback here and one more
Put in
pushback
a
and
method
then
there,
it
same
fails.
time. I put in a method there.
But
Because
right
I
now,
did
this
get
is
the
kind of
break
just
off the
turning
top
into
part, the
a
top zone of
buy
the
down.
top was. See there? Even if I penny close above it. I may get my retest out to the shoulder. I always expect a retest to the shoulder. So much I enter the buy when it close back up. Right, so much I enter SL below here, so. And 1 to 2. But that's what the green zone didn't really watch.
For green zone, the guy green zone?
No, mine. Through the zone did it. What media meant say, yo, Jano.
Pretty
I want
clear
it now
trend
by
line.
opening that
Yeah, you
zone.
could definitely put a trend line here.
Where am I putting that?
Kind of off
Feel
of
like I
this.
see him
You
play
could
some
also
putty.
say maybe there's this.
Yeah, maybe put one all ago.
We'll kind of see how it develops.
Exactly, that same trend line put.
Sometimes Mondays are like this, just kind of a hurry up and wait while the market's like groggy as well, trying to figure out how it wants to start the week.
That 5 minute turn up bearish. And my sells them kind of still active. Just waiting for ourselves to come back.
My stream's delayed. I should just have like a 2-second delay, so that's probably on your end. Some people have actually found that if you want to watch somewhere else than YouTube,
Any Pablo?
Twitch, which I'll put a link in the chat, has less delay.
Okay. How far I sell because this right here
Most
now,
people don't
it's coming into
find
the area I'm
delay
gonna take the
on
buy.
YouTube, but some people seem to. So you know that's just another spot you can go watch. Doesn't really matter. You know, chat's more active on YouTube, but
never mind. I'm not gonna go.
Pass?
Yeah.
Presidenta.
this is a really interesting second big bar here.
So me just get the
see
retest there.
potential for a
Jaja, let me
double
see now.
top here.
So many want into this,
Just
we want to make a proper
verbalizing, I can see the potential. To me, feels like it's mentally me trying to convince myself to get in.
If we get that break about that and close me enter SL below that zone, because that retest was proper.
Again, I think the big picture is higher. Obviously,
Yeah, this buy
is
livid.
It's just not very clear right now. There's not really a reason to force.
This buy is good. Just waiting for the close to enter. Because it gave me the retest somebody want. Too many enter exact as retest.
If this rejects two, it might just be getting into like some choppiness, some choppy big bars. And that's not really a great signal either.
Try out that buy, yeah. Judge are good. So much me into it. I can't pop if this ever retest, you know.
Friday's high.
It's alright still.
I'm assuming you're meaning
Papa
Friday's
just saw.
high from the pullback. Like here. I mean, I'm definitely watching this. It's technically Friday's high is oh, that's Thursday. Sorry. I mean, yeah, like there's definitely kind of this. I think this is kind of maybe what we're bouncing off of and going higher off of. But again, it's just kind of choppy, crappy price action right now. I think it just looks like we want to push higher. That's where it's like don't want to get sucked into the 1 minute. It's very easy to get sucked into this.
Message to 1 to 2 so we can at least build an account real
oh, well,
quick
this is a big
or something.
Candlestick, I'm gonna short. Same thing here, and then
Because watch ya, a second candle never close good. Can't believe this, you know.
And I would have added on 2 losses. Here it just made a brief new high, and maybe it does another bait candle. But once you get to
Just break up of that
starts
and give him a buy, please, so we can get a quick
it's
TP.
not easy to read, and it's,
But
to
this
me,
line
it's
is
not
low.
worth it. You're just the chance of gambling just goes up, and we're in this upwards trend line right now.
Come, go up, please. Go up, nigga, go up. No. Do it. If you close, if you close up, I forgot to put my SLS because there's no way I retest without breaking the high.
Someone can make millions of dollars off day trading in a single day. I mean, it's possible.
Judge, I got no, I close
You
there.
also probably have to be risking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Don't let that close it
You're
down.
not going to take $5 and make $1 million.
Who said that?
And if you
No risk, no Ferrari.
You had to hit some crazy. You basically hit the lottery. I've seen big traders make crazy money off of trades, but that's, you know, at the end of the day though, they're risking like $500,000. That's why trading is all about size.
All right, my buy I got on in Nigeria
You
now.
can make money risking $100. You can make money risking $1,000.
My buy I got on in Nigeria now. It's not looking good.
Get there.
So I forgot to close out and done. I can't pop. Let's make a new one.
Now I like this as like a little
fake
higher here.
I don't like that. That buy should have made it.
But just with this, how this chop has been, it's,
Car open.
I think I want to see some kind of lower high. And definitely like risk reward wise, it's like I'd be getting a pretty good pullback here. If it does pull back, I think if it sells off a little bit more, maybe I'll enter in here, just with the idea that
that buy this suck. Why should I go choose to? Anyways,
I am getting like
still a look good again.
But it looks like it's just gonna go without me.
All right, that failed. I'm gonna get my account now. Dashboard.
Getting in down here would not be worth the risk. I'd be getting 2x only down here. I need to wait for.
All right, 2-step Alpha Pro, 8%, 10K.
So you know, if we're just
MT5
doing crazy moves like that, that's
10%.
That's not really.
MT5, Nueve, on demand or bi-weekly. Bi-weekly.
But I think if it would have
no commission,
bottomed here and pulled back, I would have jumped in.
All right. Why code? One code.
The risk reward would have been worth it. Could have scaled out half at 2x right here in the middle of the range.
No, $97 fee something. I mean,
because we could totally bottom right here on this move, and then leave half off to, you know, kind of go for these lows, get 4x.
In the word 4 or number 4?
It looks like down there. If it looks like it's going to continue lower or not, but if it's just going to, you know, pop out and go down, that's not what I'm looking for.
So that's good.
10K 440. 10K FOUR 40. That not work.
Checking that group, bro.
Quick, no, we can't buy account youth. That group. Which one?
I saw the potential for this and it happened. Doesn't mean that it was. You don't want to chase this. To me, that's not good trading for me.
Performs. Girl 40.
Half of the deal is predicting the moves, and then the other half is you actually make good money from them. And
That not work. That not work.
You know, say not much I can get the 40 for nothing.
Girl 40.
This is a nice little spike lower, coming into 10 o'clock. See if it bottoms.
No, bro. No, it's
I would
not
take a
10k
long
for
down here.
quick.
Just with how this day is. I mean, it seems like we're up and down. I think
So use a phone.
it's possible that we bounce off the down here.
Wait, let me put myself on my profit at least.
You ain't that from all the way, so?
Yeah. That's what I meant about the
Ah, I try, but the freaking thing not coming out. Come on.
Hard sometimes seeing those moves when it's what you were looking for, but sometimes the market's just kind of funky this morning.
I can't find it. Discard. Alpha capital.
This could be a nice move that I think on a day like today, definitely, this spike got reversed, this spike got reversed, so I don't think there's any reason to think that this spike doesn't get reversed, at least like 50%. So if you get, if I can get in down here, at least capture up to the middle of this move, that can still be.
So just tell me now, bro. I remember the check front thing.
10 o'clock is the more major reversal timing that I like.
K, capital K, capital F, capital O, capital R, 40.
But we could still,
Zero,
if we
K,
just bounce
F,
here
O,
and
R,
go away,
40.
I want to be aware of that too.
Okay, there we go. Proceed. Confirm. A Nuvia, if I go through, right? The Nuvia thing?
Yeah.
Okay. How much card this? 26064. I don't even know. Hold on, I'm asking.
5 minute just kind of looks like little fail breakout up here. We'll see how this bottom forms, if it bottoms. In terms of checklist, I would say the major trend is aligned in the sense of I think we can definitely reverse this. I think we're at a spot, a reversal zone that we can do that off of, and the market's pretty back and forth. I think we could go either direction right now. I don't have a strong read on direction.
828, which one?
Overnight action in the day has shown us that we're more back and forth versus directional today. Definitely an unhealthy move right now. I think breaking this low actually would be good for a long setup. Big, like if we get we got a tiny slowdown here.
How much got that?
If this big candlestick breaks this low and I think reverses pretty quickly, I would.
Which card are you using? I'm saying like US cards.
To me, that would be a nice.
But which card is that? It's a card that exists, bro. Almost it's a card, yeah.
But at the moment, this could just keep.
Add me US card.
Get some momentum to the downside, and I'll just stay out of it until it looks like that's slowing down. But I think if this whole candlestick just gets flipped, I actually really like that for a long. And I'll look to jump in. To me, I need to see it recover this candlestick. That's kind of confirmation that this is a rejection and a fake lower. And I'll jump in on essentially a pullback to here and look to go higher. And again, getting good 3x to the other side. But if it just kind of pops up here and goes down,
send text
to confirmation that it's going to continue lower. It didn't quite make it up here for a clean rejection. To me, the signal isn't quite in yet. I think it could be just recovering a little and still continue lower here. Not really a 1 minute trend to look at here. You know, it's more of like, okay, we had big move down here and it's starting to slow down. The question is, does it slow down in reverse or does it slow down and go like this? And this was just the start of a larger trend moving.
Count info.
This
Jungle, man.
seems like it's not rejecting.
Just copy and paste.
So it looks like this is going to continue lower for now.
I want this thing to close below here. If it close below here, then I hold it.
ACG. What is the name again? ACG?
Just kind of seeing how this plays out. It could bottom
Okay.
here.
Enter login.
Still, it's not out of the game yet.
This
I
is
still need to see a
7,
test
8,
up here and then enter in on a pullback though.
Then
Otherwise,
for the
this could
password.
definitely easily trap and continue lower.
Password.
Copy and paste from your Gmail.
Let me get it. I'm gonna send it in a WhatsApp so I can copy it. Again.
I think if this double bottoms here and
Draw.
breaks this and makes a new high, I would put an entry here to jump in on a pullback.
Alright, I'm still up on my retest too. I don't like how that dilly dally all it. So again,
here,
green
market,
zone means no.
to jump in on with a
So,
good price.
just need to make that.
If it pulls back.
That buy would be possible without the green zone though. Still
Seeing a
open
7
retest
second-
though.
I actually do see a 5-second delay today. Usually it's 2 or 3. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
We can get the retest back here. So
Just kind of
set all their tweet in case we get it. So if we get the retest, we join.
This morning as well.
Why we get the TP first before you get the retest? Try this shit like a bad side.
But retest not come up to where your TP or your entry there.
I'm not doing the ES anymore.
Oh.
I'm putting the NASDAQ. Just personal preference, really. This looks like it's just gonna grind lower. This looks like it needs one more fake lower if it's gonna bottom, or it's gonna keep going lower. I mean, big picture, I think big picture looks pretty good to go lower in terms of this is a bait higher. It's gonna be difficult to move through all this. There's definitely a lot of support in here. We could just flush to these lows. That's totally possible. And I'm not against taking.
I don't know. Where TP there? Hold on, I'm calling up. Oh. What a line do we mark up?
4-hour support. Almost there.
Can't I just trade off of this zone? I'm looking for a trade here, but you need.
It's insane, though. I can't believe me never get to enter this shit.
Buy at these zones.
Still done. Well, not done yet still, but it's a pretty far dip.
Right?
Wait for a retest, you know.
I still think it's possible if this pops up here and shows a good rejection, but to me it seems like these candlesticks are just getting gobbled up. And we're continuing lower. So a long does not seem like it's ready yet.
That shit was stressful.
10:30 is kind of the other timing that I like for reversal. So maybe we sell off here for a little bit and then look for a bottom at 10:30.
Damn. Alright. Let me get the image of the loss that I just made.
You're gonna look for a sell-off off of that zone. If you're talking about this one, looking for a short here, that's a continuation trade, and I just don't do those. I like to keep it simple and look for reversals at the zones. Adding more in trading makes sense a lot of the time in terms of like, oh, it'll help, you'll take more trades and you'll find more opportunities. And in reality, executing that is a little harder. And so I keep it super simple and just stick to one thing.
Oh my gosh, look at gold.
And stick to, you know, like up here, stick to looking for a good pullback. Because again, up here, entering in like somewhere down here and chasing this move, obviously in hindsight it works very well now that it's at 2 or 3x, but that assumed that it went all the way to this low when we've already been choppy, and that it breaks this to get a decent risk reward, making it worth it. I used to do that, and now I prefer to jump in on a pullback that's like this, you know, if it pulls back and fills me. Because then the risk reward is way better.
This is I go all the way down to the gap, but
them very often. I don't
can't be dismissed, me dog. I be trying. It's an ugly number. I swear, I hate when these shits are so ugly, dog.
And that's more of what trading is. It's about, you know, what you can do over weeks and months versus day to day. You know, I only trade for like an hour and a half a day. It's just part of what I do, right? It's not, it doesn't encompass my whole life.
I missed the first sell it as and they never have to, guys. It literally just whipped me out, which wasn't cool.
I'm gonna mark this as a support zone, just because we have a pretty nice double test here that I think looks pretty good. Just to see if this, you know, we have an unhealthy indicator here. There'll probably be another one here that'll pop up here in a second once this candle closes. I definitely think it's possible to reverse this move. I just want to wait to see this. We're kind of in what I call a spike and then trend, where we had a big start to this move, and then it's just kind of gone into more of a healthy move. And so because of that, I'm going to need to see something like a more healthier bottoming pattern that looks probably like a head and shoulders, something like this. And then look to get in long somewhere off of that signal.
General.
Otherwise, looking for
a quick stab. I'm done. Miss it by still.
You know, it's harder to those bottoms won't necessarily be as fast.
Alright, hop back on here and see if
every little push up is just getting sold off.
Like, I literally the sell from, oh wait, this is like 49 minutes, but the sell from when we see push up in at the level, yeah, so I'm gonna say it does now go up, it just never look too pretty for you buy and stuff, but just if you're uncomfortable sending the, I got that buy there. I did the buy with a miss already. The risk would be too much. I bet there's some new one going heavy. Because the first 7 I take, it blew it run up before I put my SL in. That shit run up.
I just realized even on my end I was looking at the stream on delay. Technically it only says I have a 1 or 2 second delay like normal.
68. and it come back down a profit.
Maybe
30
2 to 3 seconds. Sorry.
And then they run back up on boss so. Like a push pause so I lose like 69. And then later fucking whip me out.
Checklist does get checked off manually.
Up here, so just lying here later whip me out. But that was like almost like 1 to 6. Damn.
It's an indicator I've created.
I catch me all that shit.
Sometimes I don't check it off mid-go because, you know, I'm focusing on actually trading. But I try and check it off.
This daily can go reverse.
Because I think it is helpful.
And that board can go healthier.
But, you know, sometimes the market moves quickly. And
damn,
frankly, it's more for you guys versus me. And so sometimes, you know, if I need to just focus, I don't do it.
It's a go ahead for go, man.
Downtrend right now.
Can't believe me not catch it, dog. Oh my god, bro.
Like if you look at, you
know, I'm done see the sell from long time. I'm done tell us is the sell me look for me. Can't believe say me not get it, dog.
Like, this is an unhealthy move up, it gets reversed. Unhealthy move up, drops for a while, but eventually gets reversed. You know, you could say this was an unhealthy move down, it got reversed at least, I think 60% of the way. Same thing here, kind of unhealthy move, bottoms and reverses. Some of them happen quickly to where we can look for a quick reversal, or some, you know, happen a little slower. But that's the idea of what I'm looking for. I want to see a move like this and look to reverse it.
Could I, bro?
Now,
Would I almost the
DP
DP right now?
Get to a point where it might not reverse, and so that's just kind of
can't believe,
you know, figuring it out and seeing what makes sense.
At least we're getting better. We're getting better at knowing where we want to go. So we're not too worried.
Yeah, sometimes I'll try and do it.
I just can't do these unclean cells, dog.
But we're definitely getting down to this more major support zone that's drawn off of it. You know, if we look at an actual 15-minute chart here,
Would have cut the buy.
And we're coming down to this main support, and you could almost
could I catch a buy, you know, from inside the area way, from the first breakout and retest down. I could have taken a buy there, so up to the green zone, but.
So my thought with that is, okay,
in a mid dog, and then that's still from the green zone all the way down. Nah, it's the damn thing that's just wild.
A little bit of a move back.
Me see you take your sell, which makes sense, but just couldn't see that. Couldn't see that I sell without some retest of something, but it did it.
I can enter in here and probably
did an unhealthy sell.
And that's probably like a 3x trade. So that's what I'm looking for. And then obviously if it reverses the whole thing, well, you get much bigger than that.
When you go up there, more take as well. Anyway, go up there, get more take as well. All if I
a week is one, man, and close down, so that'll be a proper sell. Sell from up there.
You know, you'll get that spike, it'll trend into this channel. It's a very
that's the trade, that's the trade.
Still aggressive.
1 to 5.7 would that be for me?
Not. And then
but that's the trade.
Out of here and starts to accelerate too much. And then that's where it can start to do.
And it break it in and gone down low.
Look for reversal. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here, potentially forming.
Damn, look at goal, man. I'm not that fully confident with the goal. Well, this goal testing strategy.
I think I'm going to adjust this. I mean, this. I'm gonna pull this bottom down a little bit so I can just see that it's helps mark that low. And then
it touch it, the weak pass it close above. So now I look for the reversal.
That would have been a ridiculous short.
If I was on the proper account,
yeah.
Sure, would I probably hold this.
But again, it's. I try and think of it as I didn't miss this move because my strategy didn't say to get in. Because if you just, especially in this market, if you let yourself get mentally whipsawed by the fact that there are big moves that you don't catch, you know, it's just gonna mentally drain you, and you're gonna trade frustrated. I was looking for a trade up here, but again, it didn't. It just sold off right away. And I don't think, based on how the market was acting this morning, there was a reason to jump in more aggressively.
Reversal look proper.
It still looks like it's just kind of selling off.
Some more selling off with them. And if we go past the level, then it makes sense. But I'll bet today was a good day.
Still just waiting to see if this looks like it's going to bottom. I think ideally it chops here a little bit, does a big fake lower candle and rejects. But we do have kind of that momentum, and it's clearly slowing. I think another possibility is it pops up here.
No, still give me my money.
Because this is a higher low, it makes a new high here. I mean, I think that's a decent signal too. And I think I would look to get in on a pullback here. Pretty dang tight stop, but again, I think that allows the aggressiveness to work in the sense of it's a, you know,
I mean, if we miss the reverse,
entry.
if we miss the reverse, then I'm just like done for the day. I'm not pressure the market like that.
So maybe
tomorrow again.
there. I'd only risk half size here, like this is a scale in.
And for some reason, when I back test and stuff, it always go back down. I make another stop blower, and then it go up.
I don't know if it'll let me, if it'll pull back here. It might just pop.
As much as it makes sense.
But again, if I enter in up there, it's not good risk reward.
For some reason, though, I don't know why every reversal looks so clean and look like taco, and it just pop it, and then it go up.
It's very easy for this market to pull back, I think, right now. Reversal pattern is kind of like this. Double bottom with this kind of, this is pretty bullish. It hasn't really broken this downtrend.
I'm good with the cards right now.
Because it, to me,
What
it broke out the other side.
It's too small, dog.
Too.
I see.
I think that's a pretty good signal. So to me, that's kind of the reverse.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
Stop sharing my screen, saying that you're.
Pulls back here and fills me. If it pops up a little bit more, I'll still look. I'll still adjust